There's no question that tigers and other exotic animals are simply lovely. But are they suitable pets? The response is yes for many people. Although the laws differ from state to state, most exotic animals on this earth can be yours if you obey a steep list of guidelines. At number 10, who made Al Bukash exotic pets? The Arab sheikh who made Abdallah Al Bukash is a billionaire, flexes his supercars and pet lions, tigers, and cheetahs, and they're going wild on the internet. The guy is close mates with all types of exotic animals, and on his Instagram account, he embraces them all. On Instagram, Humaid is followed by 250,000 followers, and well, why not? No one knows why Humaid's money and cats accrued, but we all know that he's enjoying one heck of a lifetime. From the photos he shares, it seems that Humaid is certainly trusting his animals. He's seen cooking, bathing, and sometimes fighting with them. While Humaid is definitely living a life that most of us could only hope but could never have, we're still not sure whether to call this sheer courage or simple stupidity of the young man. Humaid shows no signs of fear or mistrust in his animals, from making his large cats pose over his Mercedes and Lamborghinis to putting his hand inside their mouth. Number 9. Casey Anderson's Grizzly Bear. Meet Brutus, the 800-pound grizzly bear at the dining table who loves to enjoy his meals. Casey Anderson, a naturalist, went a step further and rescued a 58-stone grizzly bear named Brutus, who he has been raising since birth. The pair are inseparable and so similar that the bear stood out as the best man when Anderson married Charlie and the Chocolate Factory actress Missy Pyle in August last year. The creature is in fact so fond of humans that it's become an integral part of the family and even has an occasional place at the table in the kitchen. And while most cynics may argue that the images are the product of Photoshop technology, their accuracy has been vouched by Anderson and National Geographic. The animals were his passion, Anderson said, and it was his mission to educate the public about the value of preserving their habitat. He believes that many people mistakenly believe that bears were eaters of bloodthirsty men, which is actually the contrary, and they typically shun human touch. At number 8. 2 king cobras. Nicolas Cage, the thespian, philanthropist, and American hero, the debatably real, feasibly immortal, and impossibly loud, has spent his entire career weirding us out. Cage has made a name for himself as the man whose unbridled love outweighs his strange personal life. From his freak out in Moonstruck to his freak out in Vampire's Kiss, Nicolas Cage revealed that not only did they threaten to kill him with the 2 pet king cobras he used to have as pets, but they also inspired his acting. The actor told the New York Times, "I had 2 cobras for the king, and they weren't happy. By showing me their backs, they tried to hypnotize me, and then they'd lunge at me." Cage then admitted that after he talked with David Letterman about them on The Late Show, he had to get the snakes rehomed in a zoo because the neighborhood was not too pleased that I had cobras. Number 7. Jessica the hippopotamus. The year 2000 kicked off in Mozambique and South Africa with a catastrophic flooding, and the story that one recalls is the miraculous rescue of the mother who gave birth to her baby daughter in a Mozambique tree. As this human drama was unfolding, another woman who also lost her daughter in the river farther south when the rains washed her downstream. Tony and Shirley Joubert heard a crunching sound after the flooding of March 11, 2000, in front of their house where the grass meets the river. Fortunately, a movement caught Shirley's attention. Tony noticed that she needed support, picked her up, and found that she was just a couple of hours old, with the umbilical cord already attached to her. It must have had a catastrophic impact on her nerves because she was very traumatized. The calf needed milk desperately. Being so little, we could not feed her usual milk. But luckily, with Tony's expertise and skills as a game ranger, he had a recipe for making a colostrum-like replacement. Eventually, Jessica grew immensely. She had been with the family ever since and will always love them. Number 6. Rambo the alligator. Just in time for Christmas, a Florida man who begged the state for permission to hold her trained gator got official clearance. For more than a decade, the Ledger newspaper reports Mary Tom of Lakeland, Florida, has been caring for Rambo. Rambo wears bikes and ATVs with clothing and drives. But Rambo grew up at 5 foot 8 inches that the Florida Fish and Wildlife Management Commission was worried that he didn't have enough room in Thorne's home. Thorne educated Rambo and ran a corporation where he participated at parties and other sports. In a wide variety of costumes, social media is full of pictures of people carrying and cuddling Rambo. Online petitions and statements of solidarity were triggered by reports that Rambo could be removed from Thorne. Now, they're both going to be able to stay together. Still, with her latest arrangement with the state of Florida, public visits have to cease. and each time he goes, Thorn will have to cage him and tape his mouth shut. Nonetheless, Rambo will still be a pet and beloved by all. Number 5. Juniper the Fox. A rising social media phenomenon is Jupiter the Fox. With her cute grin, mischievous hijinks, and her affection for Moose, her canine partner and best mate, a tame red fox kept as a pet, Juniper steals hearts. Owning a fox is a fantasy for many people, but it's definitely not anything to be taken lightly, according to its owner. Juniper is not a rescue cat, nor was she raised in the woods as a wild fox orphan. She was born on fur farms from domesticated foxes raised and brought when she was young. But that doesn't mean that she behaves like a domestic dog simply because she was trained by people from the beginning. She's obviously a fox with all her quirks. Yet Juniper loves her parents and she loves her boyfriend, Moose. Most specifically, he's an Australian Shepherd 6 years old who tolerates everything Juniper does to him. Foxes kept in the house as pets are considered to associate very closely to their owners only and appear to be distrustful of visitors or suspicious of them. They can be fairly affectionate and playful towards their human parents. Number 4. Jake the Hyena. Ryan Hahn is also a world-renowned animal behaviorist who surprised the world with his remarkable strong relationship with Jake, the African spotted hyena. The spotted hyena has been deemed untamable for years and has been awarded the title in the animal world for the toughest jaws. Eventually, they both became like best friends since their relationship was so strong with each other, and many documentaries were made on it. One of Jake's documentaries was Fatal Attraction for Animal Planet, and is a possible Best Documentary Emmy nominee. On his path to raise Jake, Ryan also wrote an autobiography titled How the Heck Did You End Up with a Hyena? It's a true story about a hyena that sparked a dream and changed a life, an exciting adventure packed with challenges, laughter, and love. Ultimately, Ryan is famous for his pet hyena and his amazing contribution to documentaries. At number 3, Damien the Kangaroo. They said that dogs are the world's best friend of a guy. But Jackson O'Doherty, a Sydney comic, has an unbreakable relationship with his fuzzy friend Damien, a girl kangaroo. Reaching almost 2 million followers on Facebook, the social media entertainer has posted a funny video diary of him taking his favorite pet to daily outings. The couple shares numerous memorable moments together, through the highs and downs, from playing on swings to building sandcastles. In one scene, to get a helping hand on any project, he agrees to take his pet to work at the building site. "Come on, Damien, you've got a job to do," said Mr. O'Doherty. "Damien, get the barrel of the wheel and get it out of here. You have to do the job if you want to get paid." Before they started working, the couple took their lunch break together. Mr. O'Doherty cradles Damien in his arms in the last scene as he feeds him with milk. "You'll grow up to be Damien, a strong kangaroo," insisted his friend. This turned out to be true, as he's an internet star and a muscular kangaroo. At number 2, Polar Bear as a Pet. Mark Abbott Dumas, a grizzly man, is the first man in the world who can touch a polar bear. In a swimming pool where he and 16-year-old polar bear AG share a watery cuddle together, the fearless animal trainer even goes for a dive. He fights with a 60-stone or 800-pound beast in her enclosure, back on dry ground, and bravely lets AG lock her massive jaws around his head. Mark, 60, and Dawn, 49, from Abbotsford, British Columbia, Canada, train their polar bear to feature in high-budget TV advertisements, the world's biggest ground predator. AG also bear hugs owner Mark with their unbelievably close relationship as she rears up over 7 feet on her hind legs. When she was just 8 weeks old, Mark and Dawn took on AG. Mark was contacted by director Frank Heston, the son of legendary film Charlton Heston, 16 years ago, with ties to Hollywood from prior experiences with animals. And at number 1, Floyd Mayweather's Tiger. Floyd Mayweather may be retired from boxing, but he continues to make headlines by courting trouble once again. On Thursday night, the polarizing athlete posted a photo on Instagram announcing that he had got a very rare and one-of-a-kind Christmas gift, an endangered Indian baby tiger. On social media and from PETA, the news was quickly greeted with anger and disbelief. The cost of owning a tiger is surprisingly cheap, often as little as buying a puppy, but the cost of hiring a year-round animal trainer can be thousands of dollars per month. However, Mayweather's uncommon tiger may have cost as much as $20,000 or even more. Well, that wraps up today's video. Pets may seem limited to dogs and cats, but these guys prove the world wrong. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more videos.